Good morning, everyone. We're on the record. Good morning. As chairperson of the Alcohol, Beverage, and Cannabis Board for the District of Columbia, and in accordance with DC Code Section 2571 HC of the Open Meetings Act, OMA, I'm welcoming you to the regular scheduled board meeting of the Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Board. This meeting is being conducted pursuant to guidance made available by the District of Columbia's Office of Open Government regarding electronic meetings held by public bodies. Electronic meetings by the ABCA board are authorized pursuant to Section 2577A of the DC Code. Pursuant to the OMA requirements, notice of today's meeting was provided 48 hours in advance of the meeting on ABCA's website and on the district central meeting calendar. The notice includes the time, date, agenda, and call-in or login information for public participation. This electronic meeting has been hosted by a WebEx account provided by the District of Columbia government. Please address any questions or complaints to the OOG at opengovoffice@dc.gov. My name is Donovan Anderson, and I'm chairperson of the board. I would like to introduce the other members of the ABC board who are also participating electronically. Please respond when I announce your names. Mr. James Short.
Mr. James Short, present.
Mr. Silas Grant.
Mr. Silas Grant, present.
The board has 3 members in attendance for the conduct of business today, and that constitutes a quorum. Before we get underway with today's hearing calendar, I need to make a few instructions very clear so that the conduct of these hearings is understood by everyone. There are 11 cases scheduled for today. Once your case is called, I will take a moment for our IT specialists to elevate the rights for each party to enable their camera and microphone. Then and only then will you have the ability to enable your equipment. If your case has not been heard, you will remain mute and your camera will be disabled. At the conclusion of each case, the parties will have the option to leave. If the party chooses to stay, all cameras and microphone for the concluded case will be disabled. Should you have any questions or require technical assistance during the hearing, please submit them using the question and answer feature. The first case on our calendar, it's a protest hearing status, and the first case is case number 23, PRO 00081, Alabama Convenience, license number 104330. Good morning, Mr. Oriana. Can you please elevate the rights of the parties in this case?
Good morning. Eugene, your access has been elevated.
Hello. Good morning.
Commissioner Adolfo, your access has been elevated. And that appears to be all, Chairman.
Thank you. OG, do you have is there a Commissioner Tate to be elevated? Someone Tate to be, do you have a camera you can turn on?
Sure.
Mr. Adolfo, is there another person who needs to be elevated for this case?
No, sir.
So who's Tate? Who's that person? Is that for this case?
She is with the business.
Please elevate Miss Tate, please.
All right, she's elevated. All right, so the person, Mr. OM, can you turn your camera on, please? And Miss Tate, can you also turn your camera on?
Yes, I'm about to turn my camera on now.
I can see you, Miss Tate. Now, Mr. OM. Yes, sir, I can see you. Okay, good morning. All right. Can you please identify yourself for the record and please spell and state your name for the record?
Hojin Om, Hojin. Last name is OM.
And what's your relationship to this case, please? Mr. What's your relationship to this case, sir?
I'm the store owner here.
And who is Miss Tate? Miss Tate, can you identify yourself for record? And who is Miss Tate?
She is my
My-
ANC commissioner.
Miss Tate, can you identify yourself for the record, please?
Yeah, Commissioner Liquid ANC 808E02.
All right. Mr. Adolfo, can you please identify yourself for the record, please?
Commissioner Salim Rodolfo, Chairperson of Advisory Neighborhood Commission 8C.
All right. So, okay. So, explain to me, what ANC is this establishment? Because I guess we have two ANCs, so I'm just trying to get some clarification. So maybe you can give me some clarification, Mr. Adolfo.
ANC 8C wanted to challenge the license and to establish a settlement agreement with the establishment. It is a bordering commission next to us, in 8E, and Commissioner Tate is here to support the owner, and she is in 8E. So I think that might be where some of the confusion is coming in. But I would also say that we have presented a a settlement agreement. And as of right now, we haven't agreed on the language. And so I think that's the status.
No, I'm just trying to, because they're two, since they're normally,
It's just one, yes.
it's just one, and in a sense that, and it's usually the chairperson who speaks, but I didn't notice that you're in two different ANCs, so I just want to get clarification.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's fine. All right. So, all right, and I guess the question, so good morning, everyone. It's a protest hearing, and this matter has been protested by ANC 8E.
No,
And
8C.
well, then I need to correct the record because the record says, so I need to make sure that we correct the record. So this establishment is located in ANC 8E, but it's been protested by the neighboring or abutting ANC, which is ANC 8C. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, just want to clarify. I just want to clarify. All right. So, Mr. Are there any preliminary matters in this case? From just meaning that not substantive, just any issues you have, just preliminary in either doing mediation or whatever it is, just preliminary, sir.
Honestly, I just, I have a good working relationship with my ANC commissioner, and I feel like they're out of jurisdiction to really be protesting. But I know it's not against the rules and stuff like that, but like you'll see that, I work with the ANC, so it's just I'm a little bit like, I'm being protested by the other ANC. This guy's, so
and Mr. And this is not again, this matter right here is just preliminary, not substantive. And so the way the rules are, whenever a license is up for renewal, if there is an abutting ANC, that ANC can also protest your license. So whether or not I know that. Go ahead, sir.
The bordering ANC commissioner, Commissioner Moore, she's the closest one from 8C, and I have a great relationship with her too. So I'm just, so I'm just wondering like what this is about.
All right, hold on a minute. Okay. Only when we have a protest hearing, we have a vote by the ANC, and there's a public vote by the ANC, and so the ANC has a body, has to have a public hearing, and they have to give us notice that the ANC is trying to protest the renewal. And I just want to explain the process. Mr. Adolfo, he is a chair of ANC of the ANC. And so therefore, when the letter comes in, it says that we had a public meeting and either the vote was 8-0, 8-1, or whatever the vote was, they've told us. And so the only person that this board looks at, it's the official notice that we get from the ANC. If this matter goes to a protest hearing, sir, you are welcome to call any witnesses you want to testify. And the board will make a decision based on the information that's presented. But just want to let you know that the law states that the ANC as a
Yeah,
body
I read all
can,
that on the
yeah,
website.
right. So I just
Right,
want to
but
let you know, yeah.
so
Miss
so
Tate,
Mr.
Miss Tate,
Okay.
unfortunately, you're not a party to this matter. You'll be a witness, so you can only
He
speak.
So
I'm sorry, ma'am.
he's already given he's already written the communication that he would like for me to be a part of this and for me to speak for him as well.
All right,
So
ma'am.
I'm not sure
Hold on,
if
hold
he
on, hold on,
received.
hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Have we received? I don't know all of this.
Yes,
So
you have.
if the agency has received notification to state that he has assigned you to speak for him, then I'm fine with that. I don't know
Yes.
any of this. All
Uh-huh.
right,
Yes.
so
So
all
it's
right.
both of us. So yes, he's already sent it for me to represent him as well.
Okay, fine. Then now you can speak, ma'am, because I was not aware of this. So now that you have told me that you have been designated as his representative, then that's fine. What is it that you want to share, ma'am? And again, this is all procedural, not substantive. Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
So this was basically we were not aware of the voting, the voting process, and it was not a public vote. And 8E, in which where the store actually sits in, was not aware, and neither was the commissioner. I can't I don't remember which exact district it is, but they were not aware of that process either. Like they voted against it. So we're just kind of confused as to how if the commission, if the jurisdiction that is shared with the store did not agree upon this, how did the matter come about? Like how was it even able to move forth if the actual jurisdiction that actually intertwines with the store did not have a say so on this?
Um, Preliminary, Mr. Adolfo, I don't have your protest letter before us. And just for the record, what was the vote? You had my assumption is that the letter that was sent in, you stated that you had a public meeting, and when did you have the meeting, and what was the vote at that meeting to protest this liquor license?
Yes, I don't have it sitting in front of me either. I apologize, but it was, I believe it might have been 6-1. And
All
so
right.
it's not like Salim just said, "Hey, let's do this." It was at our
Oh.
commission meeting, and it was 6 commissioners that wanted to challenge. But can I just add one more thing?
And again, this is all preliminary, not substantive. So not
Gotcha.
substantive. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say is that we have been in negotiations with each other in the mediation, and we just haven't finalized the settlement agreement in terms of the language. So I think that's just kind of just where we're at. We just need to finalize what we would like to see in terms of language.
All right. Well, the bottom line is that the parties are free to talk and come to some agreement if they so desire. But if this matter is not settled, then we're going to have a protest hearing on January 24th, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. At this if we have, go ahead. Did you have, Miss Tate, just for the record one more time. What's your first name, please, Miss Tate?
Commissioner Laquita Tate.
How do you spell that for the record, please, ma'am?
LAQUEDA.
All right, thank you. And the reason I ask folks to spell their name because we have a court reporter. So when we have the public record, I want to everyone wants to make sure that the name is spelled correctly for the public record. So that's one of the reasons why I ask these questions. All right. Um,
So, so,
yes,
so
ma'am.
here's the
Yes, Ms.
um.
Tate.
So AE, even though this is the store system in our district, and we really don't share a jurisdiction with Celine, with Commissioner Adolfo, um, we just we were not aware of the public meeting. We were not aware of the vote, and then we do know that there is certain, there's a procedure for us to do a specific vote, and we just don't think at AE that it was fair to us for them to do a vote without anyone from 80 representing, without us being able to vote. You did a vote for 8C, in which that store is not in its jurisdiction, and the commissioner um, that just crossed over there because of the redistricting, she was she's against it. So we just didn't really feel as though this was fair to us. And then AE would love to be a part of the process, or a part of the vote when it comes to our store that the whole AE utilizes.
Well, one of the things I'll say is that 8E and 8C can work together.
Mm-hmm.
And if this matter, we receive a letter on October 24th, a protest letter where 8C informed us that there was a vote on October the 11th, where a court was present. It didn't state what the vote was, but they did have our meeting was called on October the 11th to have that to protest it. But during this process, ma'am, I mean, whatever negotiation that is going on, um, ANC 8E can work with ANC 8C. E and C can work together and they can do a joint settlement that is in the best interest of all the parties, if that's something that you want to do. And so one ANC doesn't have to tell another ANC that they're going to protest a renewal. The law states that an abutting ANC can do that, and so that's just their right. And I just think that if you're saying that the ANC commissioner for the area, if that ANC does not support it, then I don't know. I just think it appears that the parties can jointly talk, and come to a resolution that's in the best interest of the community and also of the applicant. So I ask that both it appeared both ANC can talk to see whether or not what the concerns of 8C is, and to see if AT has those same type of concerns, and maybe that's something that I would think that both ANCs should. I mean, I would recommend that both ANCs talk to see what the concerns are, and to see if both ANCs can come to some agreement that's in the best interest for everyone. And if not, we'll go to a protest hearing, and ANC 8C can state why it is that they believe the license shouldn't be renewed. And if that's the issue, and then ANC 8E can state that, you know what, they can state their position, whether or not they believe the license should be renewed, and whatever should there be terms and conditions. So this is all that can be done. But I believe that if it's just two ANCs, and that the ANCs, I would hope, should be able to work together to come up with some type of agreement that benefits both the ANCs and the licensee.
Okay. So the thing is, we're not even into clarity as to why they want to protest our license. We don't know what the issue is. Like, Did they just get up one day and say, hey, I just want to protest the license? Like, what was the issue that has taken place? We are so unaware of it because we have already came to agreements, came to the round table with MPD, myself, and AE as a like, you know, I mean, my commission as well as MPD and my commissioner that borders the area with me, which is 8, I think it may be 8B. You know, we were already somewhere, so we don't know where this particular protest came from and what was the reason for it, because we've already established some sort of agreement as to the things that we were going to do to change, and we've done that in January, and it's so far so good. So we just don't understand where this came from, and then it's not even fair in our eyes.
Well, would it help to schedule another mediation where 8C would participate in the mediation so all three parties would sit down to see the concerns that 8C has, that 8C has, and maybe those issues can be hashed out if that's something that would be helpful for us to
Yes.
schedule. All right. So I'll have our agency schedule another mediation, and with the instruction that
But,
ANC 8.
okay, can I speak?
Yes, sir.
Because I honestly, I kind of object to that, and I want to take it to the protest hearing. So
Ma'am, sir, I thought that's fine. If you could do whatever you want to do.
yeah,
I'm
and
not.
you know,
Yeah.
that's fine. You know, these
All
guys
right.
are protesting
All right.
me, so you know what?
All right.
Let's take it to the
All right.
protest. You know,
All
like
right.
at this point, like I'm at a point where, you know, my brother already left, my business partner already left, and I'm at a point where, you know what? I might do the same thing, you know, like it's ridiculous, you know, like I come out here, work every single day, work 80-hour weeks. I haven't had a day off in like 3 to 4 weeks. Like, come on. This is the last thing I want to worry about. You guys already took my money, over $3,000 for my license. I'm looking at my license right over there, but now it's being protested. Like, come on.
All right. All right. So I just want to advise the parties, if this matter goes to a protest hearing on January 24th, 24, this is what needs to occur. 7 days before the hearing, you have to do a PIP. And so therefore, all right, please contact our agency. We will provide you with instructions how to do a PIP. So 7 days before the hearing, this is very important, sir. If this matter is going to a protest hearing, 7 days before the hearing, you need to exchange documents and witnesses you're going to rely upon at the hearing. So you have to list all the documents. You have to provide ourselves and Mr. Adolfo with the documents you're going to rely upon, and also the witnesses you're going to call. So you have to do that 7 days before the hearing. You will receive communication from us how to do that documentation. And I'd also ask, sir, that you and Ms. Tate can reach out to our agency, and we will provide you with
So
some
let me
assistance.
ask you this. So if my license doesn't get fully renewed or revoked, do I get a refund on my payment for my 3 years that I just paid out?
Sir, this is a renewal. Your license is up for what year is this? This is a 23 case. So therefore your license is up for renewal and it gets protested. I don't know what the issues are, sir.
So does it automatically get protested? Like with every application, does it get protested?
All right. Let's start at the beginning. All right. Every license has to be renewed every 3 years. All right. During the license period, you put the placard up. You remember the placard you put on the window, sir?
Mm-hmm.
And when you put the placard on the window, that tells the community, that tells the entire community that your license is up for renewal, and they have 45 days to object, to protest, or so therefore, if the 45 days had expired and no one protested, then your license would have been automatically renewed. Because your license was protested within the 45 days, and when you went to the roll call hearing, stand-in was provided to ANC 8C. 8C, that's why we're here. But this is something that happens, sir, for every license in the district.
I just want you guys to know that I know why this is happening. So, all right,
So,
you know,
I don't know.
just know that when I close down, this community is gonna have a hard time, you know, and
Sir.
like, all right, this is like where it's leading, and like I'm just so frustrated. Like,
sir,
like
I'm
about to hire an attorney, and we're about to get it on. All right.
What I've stated, sir, this is, as I stated, this matter is scheduled for protest hearing on the January 24th at 1:30. Our office will provide you with information how to file the PIP, but I just want to say to you, sir, both parties, 7 days, if this matter goes to a protest hearing,
this man has never been to my store, and he's protesting my store. Like, come on, he's not even from here. Commissioner Moore is right here. Commissioner Tate is right here.
Sir, hold on. This is, we're getting, no, hold on. This is something that you guys can talk to. This is something that both agencies can have a conversation on. This is not, I can't do this here.
I just want to know what the reason is. Like, I cannot, like, I feel like we've been blindsided, bamboozled. Like, it's not fair to.
I would ask.
Why is what is this for? Like, it's like, what are you protesting? And no one can give us this answer. Like, not you.
ANC voted, hold on. ANC8C voted to protest the renewal of the license due to adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet, including the noise and litter provision set forth in 25.313, 25.727, and 25.726. So those are the reasons why ANC8C protested it. And so this appears that I believe that if both ANC would sit down and have a conversation, maybe both ANCs can.
I'm not signing anything.
Resolve this issue.
Just not. Right. There's no settlement agreement because I'm not settling for anything.
All right. This is, as I stated before, this matter is scheduled for protest hearing on January 24th, 2024 at 1:30 p.m.
Yeah, 1:30 p.m.
Well, hold on.
I'm gonna have an attorney. You guys can email me whatever you guys need to.
Fine. Hold on 1 minute, please. Yes, Mr. Adolfo, before I bring this matter to close.
No,
yes,
man. Like you guys, I'm about to go talk to every store owner out here.
Sir. Hold on, please, sir. I know you're frustrated. I don't know what the issues are. I'm just doing procedurally.
I serve this community so diligently, with everything I got.
Sir,
you know, like literally.
Sir, so hold on 1 minute.
You know, like I feel like really like.
Sir, hold on 1 minute, please.
This is politics. It's just dirty politics. That's all it is.
Hold on, sir. This is not the right forum for this. Okay, this is not the right forum for this.
I just want to let you guys know, all right?
All right.
I will be talking to every store owner here.
This is not, hold on, sir. This is not the proper. You have one question, Mr. Adolfo, before I bring this hearing to closure. What is the question that you have, sir? You're on mute, sir.
I wanted to ask if Commissioner Tate is still representing Mr. Ong. Can we go back to the mediation so we can answer all of the questions and have a discussion? Because our goal wasn't to have.
No.
Hold on.
I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that no more. No.
All right.
No.
He says he doesn't want another.
I'm not doing any of that. No.
Right.
We can take it. The next protest hearing, the community's gonna have my back. That's it. You know. And if I have to shut down, it's on you guys. It's not on me.
All right. I'm going to bring this matter to closure. If the parties are free to have whatever conversation they need to have, but we'll see you on January 24th at 1:30 p.m. if this matter is not settled, and we will provide the parties with Ms. Tate, if you're representing, all right, either you're representing him or if he has an attorney, notice needs to come to our agency to say officially this is the person that's represented him, and then we'll include you in.
We've already have done that and submitted it. It's so unorganized
All right.
because of communication. But let me ask this question though, Mr. Anderson. So the day of the protest, like what does this look like? Because who determines who wins what side? Like, is this going to be like we're in court? Like, is it may the best man win? Like, how does this work? Because is it based upon personal feelings? Is it based upon facts? Is it based upon opinions? Like, what happens? Because I'm
I
so
mean, can I just add that this tells me how ununited the ANC is? You know, it's so political. Like it has nothing to do with what you guys said. I keep the place clean. You know, like I'm putting new fences up. I got working cameras. Like what is the issue?
All right, Mr. All right. This is
Noise complaint. I close at 8 o'clock. The lot is empty.
All right. Based on the presentation that's made, the board will make a decision whether or not the license will be renewed with or without conditions. I'm not sure if ANC 8C is asking us not to renew the license. Maybe they're asking us to renew the license with conditions. So I don't know. But the decision that the board will make is whether or not this license is appropriate for the community, and we'll make a determination. If this matter goes to a hearing, the board will make a determination whether or not the license will be renewed, whether or not without conditions, whether or not it will not be renewed. And those are the options that the board has based on what's presented to us at the hearing on January 24th. Okay. So the 3 board members who are here, we're the one who makes the determination based on what's presented to us. And that's one of the reasons why I've stated is that the PIP needs to be done. We're 7 days in order to argue. You need to do the PIP to tell us who the witnesses are going to be called and what are the documents one is going to rely upon. And so therefore, if ANC 8E, if they are against this protest, then ANC 8E, they should be there with witnesses from the neighborhood who's going to testify on behalf of the owner. And that's basically what it is.
Common sense would be, why can't ANC 8E take a vote and see if they want to protest, since I sit in that jurisdiction? Like, wouldn't that be like common sense?
Sir, ANC 8, the 45-day period was when the parties, the general public.
The chair for ANC 8C was not aware that they even voted. You know, like I had a conversation with the chair too.
You're talking about ANC
of
I'm sorry.
Of AE.
No,
even he was not aware.
Hold on, Mr.
But he does know that every store on this side is being protested for every renewal.
All right. As I stated before, this is something that the parties should be able to talk about. I can't solve this issue right here today.
Person though. Mr. Anderson, how is that possible that every store on this side is being protested from 8C? Like that doesn't is every store that's being protested, does it really intertwines with 8C? I don't think that's correct.
Well, the way the law is that an abutting ANC can protest it. What needs to, I can't tell you what to do, but clearly 8E and 8C needs to have a conversation. That's all I can say. All right. I'm bringing this matter to closure. 8E and 8C needs to have a conversation. But if the protest is not withdrawn, I will see you on January 24th at 1:30 p.m. Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a great day. All right. All right. All right. All right. The next case on our calendar is case number 23 PRO 00083 Voodoo, license number 126026. This case has been canceled due to the submission of a settlement agreement for the board's review and approval. The next case on our calendar is our show cause hearing status calendar, case number 23 CMP 00075, Seven Seas Restaurant, license number 654. Mr. Oriana, can you please elevate the rights of the government and the licensee in this case?
Sure. Christina Okura, your access has been elevated. Chris Southcott, your access has been elevated. And I believe that is all, Chairman.
All right, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. Good morning, Mr. Southcott. Can you please spell and state your name for the record, please?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. My name is Chris Southcott, first name Chris, last name Southcott, from DC's Office of the Attorney General, representing the government.
Good morning, sir. Ms. Okora, can you please spell and state your name for the record?
Sure. Good morning. Christina Okra, representing Seven Seas Restaurant. First name spelled Christina, last name spelled Okura.
Good morning. Mr. Southcott, are there any preliminary matters in this case?
The information that was communicated to me is that the parties have reached a OIC, have reached an agreement, but haven't reduced it to writing yet. So I just want to make sure with Ms. Okura that is correct, and if that's the case, then I believe that we can read the terms of the OIC into the record.
That's correct. We accepted the offering compromise. I'm waiting for the Mr. Brown to draft the settlement agreement. So that's the status.
Well, if an offering compromise has been provided and it's accepted, then Mr. Southcott could read that in the record.
Yes.
And if you agree with it, then the board can vote on it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So what is it? What's the offering compromise?
The offering compromise is one charge. It is a no ABC manager charge under DC Code Section 25-701, secondary tier offense, 7th secondary tier violation within 4 years. And the OIC is $2,000 within 30 days, or its license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine is paid.
And Ms. Okora, you have stated that the offering compromise that was provided is a fine of $2,000 payable within 30 days. If the fine is not paid, the license will be suspended until the fine has been paid. Is this your understanding of the offering compromise?
Yes. Yes.
Are you aware that by accepting an offering compromise that you're giving up your right to a hearing?
Yes.
Are you also aware that by accepting an offering compromise, you're giving up your right to appeal this matter?
Yes.
All right, with that said, I make a motion that the offering compromise be accepted. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter, the offering compromise has been for $2,000 payable in 30 days. And this is for case number 23 CMP 00075. For that case, that's the case that the offering compromise for $2,000. I just want to make sure there is another outstanding case out there but this offering compromise though is just for case number 23 CMP 00075. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. So there's no need to sign any document so the board has accepted the offering compromise of $2,000 payable within 30 days for case number 23 CMP 00075. All right?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
All right, the next case in our calendar is case number 23 CIT 00326. This is for Aldi, license number 94098. Mr. Oriana, can you please elevate the rights of the licensee in this case?
I believe it's just Mr. Southcott.
Mr. Southgate, can you please identify yourself for the record, please?
Good morning. This is Chris Southcott, first name CHRIS, last name SOUTHCOTT, from DC's Office of the Attorney General, representing the government.
Good morning. I see that the licensee is not here, but as for a show cause hearing status, it's not required for the licensee to be here. If this matter is not settled, then this matter is scheduled for a show cause hearing on January 10th, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. Just want to advise the government that 7 days before the hearing, the parties are required to exchange documents and witnesses that would be relied upon at the hearing. Failure by either side to provide us with 7 days before the hearing with their documents and witnesses, the board is empowered to prevent that side from moving forward unless good cause is shown why the documents were not disclosed. All right? All right. Thank you.
Understood.
All right, thank you. All right. The next case in our calendar is case number 23 CMP 00007, Kezira Lounge, KEZIRA Lounge, license number 117490. Mr. Oriana, can you please elevate the rights of the licensee? And there is also an interpreter in this case, please.
Sure. Mekedes Yewalashet, your access has been elevated. And Meskerim Balku, your access has been elevated. That is all, Chair.
Thank you. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. All right, can I have everyone turn their cameras on, please?
Yeah, I am trying, Your Honor. Sir?
Yes, ma'am. I need you to, I desperately need you to turn your camera on, ma'am.
Yeah, I am trying, sir.
All right.
My camera is on. Why I'm not?
I cannot see you, ma'am. So if you need, and you're the interpreter, and I need to
Yes.
see you. All right.
Yes, sir. I'm trying. I video options. What can I do from my end?
Mr. Oriana, is there any assistance you can give the interpreter, please?
There may be a privacy cover or a lid slider. I would check that to see.
Ma'am, it appears that you have some type of privacy on your screen, because the type of screen I'm looking at, it appears that it's blocking your view. So maybe you need to remove that from your camera.
Okay, it says turn off and turn on again. What the hell?
We're having the same.
Can I log in again?
Yes, ma'am. Why don't you log back in again, ma'am?
Okay, sir. I am back, sir.
Hold on 1 minute, please. Hold on. I still can't see you.
Yeah, my camera is on.
All right, you know what? All right, can you raise your right hand, ma'am? If you are going to be an interpreter for these cases, you have to figure out what's going on with your camera, because I need to see you because you're working as an interpreter. All right, so whatever it is.
I never had any problem with my camera before.
Are you using a phone? Are you using a computer? What are you using,
I'm
ma'am?
using a computer.
All right, I don't. But if I'm going to use you as an interpreter in any case, ma'am, you need to figure out, because what's basically going on. I'm not seeing a black screen. It appears that there's something that is preventing your camera from operating. So there's some blockage, some shield or something, because I'm not seeing a blank screen. I'm seeing like there is some type of shield that's preventing us from seeing you. So I need you to figure that out, why I cannot see you. But anyway, what I want you to do, ma'am, I need you to raise your right hand. Let me know when you're hello?
I did.
I need to raise your right hand. Let me know when your hand is raised, ma'am.
Yeah, I did raise my right hand.
Do you solemnly affirm that you will faithfully and accurately interpret these the proceedings in this matter from English to Amharic and from Amharic into English to the best of your ability?
I do.
Can you please spell and state your name for the record?
First name MESKEREM, Skirm. Last name BALKEW.
And you're our interpreter in Amharic, is that correct?
Yes, I'm the Amharic interpreter.
All right, Miss, can you ask Miss Yeshela? Again, ask the licensee to turn her camera on, and I need her to spell and state her name for the record.
ወይዘሮ መቅደስ ካሜራውን ይክፈቱ እና ስሞትን እስከ አያቶ ስም ለመዝገቡ ይናገሩ። ሄሎ
Mr. Oriana, what is going on with the licensee? Is there? It's like I can't see the licensee. I can't see the interpreter. What's going on with the licensee? I know that the licensee has a camera because we had a hearing with this licensee last week and everything worked. So, what's going on this week?
Just sent the licensee a request to unmute, and the licensee is on a mobile device.
ወይዘሮ መቅደስ
አቤት
ስሞትን ለመዝገቡ እስከ አያቶ ይናገሩ እና ካሜራውን ደግሞ እንትን ይበሉ ይክፈቱ።
እሺ ከፍቻለሁ። መቅደስ የዋላሸት
my camera is open. My name is Maqdas Yohalashet.
Can you ask her to spell it? Can you ask her to spell her name, please?
Spellingun ይናገሩ።
MEKEDES መቅደስ last name YEHULASHUET.
I'm sorry, Mr. Southcott. I didn't even ask you to identify yourself for the record. Go ahead, sir.
Good morning. My name is Chris Southcott. First name CHRIS, last name SOUTHCOTT, from DC's Office of the Attorney General, representing the government.
Good morning, sir. All right, Ms. Balku, I need you to interpret what was just said, ma'am. Everything that goes on, I need you to interpret for the licensee, ma'am.
ፕሪስ ሳውስ ካት እባላለሁኝ የመንግስትን ወክዬ ነው የተገኘሁት እዚህ።
Mr. Southcott, are there any preliminary matters in this case?
There are no preliminary matters from the district. I would note that the district has, this is the first opportunity that the district has had to actually speak with the owner, and there was an attempt to communicate an offer in compromise to the extent that the owner is interested in discussing that. I would appreciate some contact on my end just so that I can hear the owner's thoughts with respect to the offer that's been presented.
ዛሬ የሚያቀርቡት በቅድሚያ ሊናገሩ የሚፈልጉት ነገር አለ ወይ ብለው ሲሏቸው ነው የለም። ባለቤቷ የላውንጁ የከዚራ ባለቤታቸውና ይሄንን የሚያስተዳድረው የመንግስት አካል ጋራ ኮምፕሮማይዝ ለማድረግ ስምምነት ለማድረግ ኦፈርንትን አቅርበናል የሚሉ
Is this your case, Mr. Southcott?
It is.
ጉዳዩን የሚከታተሉት እርስዎ ኖት? አዎ።
Are you able to communicate with the licensee, Mr. Southcott?
ከመቅደስ ከከዚራ ላውንጅ ይሄ በንግድ ፍቃዱ ባለቤት ጋራ ግንኙነት እያደረጋችሁ ነው እየተነጋገራችሁ ነው? አዎ።
I sent an email to the email address that was listed on file, communicating the offer and compromise. I'm not sure if the board wants me to read the terms of the OIC that's been offered. I assume not, but I would just ask that the owner contact me to discuss the terms of the offer and compromise.
ኢሜይል ልኬላቸው ነበር። ኢሜይል ኮምፕሮማይዝ ተደርጓል። ስለዚህ አሁን ይሄንን እርስዎ ወይዘሮ መቅደስ ለእኔ ከኔ ጋር ግንኙነት ኢሜይል ይላኩልኝ ከኔ ጋር እኔን እንዲያገኙኝ እና ኦፈር የምታደርጉትን ይሄን እናደርጋለን የምትሉትን ያን ገልጸው ለእኔን ያገኙኝ ለእኔ መልእክት ይላኩልኝ ነው የሚሉት።
እሺ ኦኬ እሺ
ኦኬ
All right. Does the licensee have any questions?
ጥያቄ አለት ወይዘሮ መቅደስ?
አይ በቃ የለኝም።
No, I don't have any questions.
All right, then this matter is scheduled for a show cause hearing on January 24th at 1:30 p.m.
ለጃንዋሪ 24 አንድ ሰዓት ተኩል ላይ ተቀጥሯል።
አንድ ሰዓት እሺ እሺ
Okay, thank you.
I just want to remind the parties that 7 days before the hearing, you are required to disclose documents and witnesses that you will rely upon at the hearing.
ቀጠሮ 7 ቀን በፊት የሚያቀርቧቸውን ዶክመንቶችም ምስክሮችንም ስም ዝርዝርና ዶክመንቱን ለሳውስኮስ ለሚባሉ ሰውዬ ለሚሰሩበት መስሪያ ቤት እንድታቀርቡ።
አንድ ጊዜ ድጋሚ ከ7 ቀን በፊት
ከ7 ቀን በፊት ዶክመንቶችና የምስክሮችን የሚያቀርቧቸው ምስክሮች ዝርዝር ለሚመለከተው አካል አሁን ይሄንን ኢሜይል ለሚልኩለት ሰውዬ ልታቀርቡላቸው ይገባል።
ኦኬ እሺ 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 በጣም ጥሩ። ኢሜይል ያደርግልኛል ይሄ ሰው?
Will Mr. Scott will send me an email so I can send the documents and list of witnesses?
I am happy to send an email to communicate, witnesses and exhibits through email. I just want to make sure that I have the correct email address for Ms. Yehuafshalet. So if she could just confirm her email address, that would be good.
አዎ ደስ ይለኛል። በኢሜይል ልልክላቸው እችላለሁ፣ ግን የእርሶ ኢሜይል የኔ ጋር ያለው የእርሶ ኢሜይል ትክክል መሆኑን ያረጋግጡልኝ። ኢሜይሉን ይንገሯቸው።
ፋሲል ዳዊት and another email ደግሞ amy@yahoo.0gmail.com
መጀመሪያ የፋሲል ዳዊት ያሉትን ሙሉውን ኢሜይሉን አድሬስ ይናገሩ።
ኦኬ ፋሲል ዳዊት 11@gmail.com የሁለተኛው ደግሞ ኤሚ በለጠ @yahoo.com
ፋሲል ዳዊት 011@gmail.com and ኤሚ ምንድን ነው ያሉት? ሌላው
ኤሚ በለጠ ሌላኛው ኤሚ በለጠ @yahoo.com
ኤሚ በለጠ @yahoo.com. She have two email addresses.
I need you to spell them for the record because I don't, yeah.
ስፔሊንጉን ከና @yahoo gmail የሚለውን ሙሉን ይናገሩ።
ኦኬ FASIL DAWIT 101 ምንድን ነው @gmail.com
FASIL DAWIT 101@gmail.com. And the other one, ሌላው
the other one AMYBELETE @yahoo.com
the other one AMYBELETE @yahoo.com.
Thank you.
All right. If there's no further matter, I'll see you then on January 24th at 1:30 p.m. I just want to remind the parties, if this matter goes to a hearing, I need all cameras to be on. I'm not going to do this hearing if your camera is not working. Make sure that your camera is on, so I will see you at the hearing.
ስሚው በሚቀጥለው ችሎት ሲሚ በምንሰማበት ጊዜ ሁሉም የሚቀርቡ ሰዎች ካሜራቸው ኦሬዲ ክፍት መሆኑን ማረጋገጥ አለባቸው። እንደ ዛሬው ፊታችሁን ሳይታይ ጉዳዩን አንሰማም።
እሺ
Okay.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. The next case in our calendar is case number 23 CIT 00421, Provost, license number 108015. Mr. Oriana, can you please elevate the rights of the licensee in this case?
Nina Gilchrist, your access has been elevated. That is our term.
Thank you. Ms. Gilchrist, can you turn your camera on, please?
Hello.
Do you have a camera you can turn on, ma'am?
Can the board hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear. I can hear and see you now.
Unfortunately, my internet went out, and now it seems like I can't hear the board.
Do you want to log back off and come? I can hear and see you now.
Forgive me. I'm gonna try logging off and logging back in. I'll return in a second.
Sure, that's fine.
Morning.
Good morning again. Give me 1 minute, please. All right. Good morning, Mr. Southcott. Can you please identify yourself for the record?
Good morning. My name is Chris Southcott. First name CHRIS, last name SOUTHCOTT, from DC's Office of the Attorney General representing the government.
Good morning. Good morning, Ms. Gilchrist. Can you please spell and state your name for the record?
My name is Nina Gilchrist, Nina, last name Gilchrist, Gilchrist. I'm an owner at Provost Organic Restaurant.
Good morning, ma'am. Mr. Southcott, are there any preliminary matters in this case?
I do not believe so. I believe terms have been communicated, but there is yet to be an agreement that has been reached, at least as far as I understand.
Okay. Any preliminary matters you want to raise before, not substantive, just any preliminary matters you want to raise, Ms. Gilchrist?
When he says terms and conditions, I'm just confused. It's just the fine, right, that I got for the citation, or something else?
I think that's what he's is clear is stating, ma'am, that the government has sent a proposal to say to settle this matter. This is what would you agree to pay this? And if not, we're going to a hearing. That's what he's talking about.
So just the citation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. I don't have any questions other than the initial question I asked the investigator that came out and made the presentation of the citation. And when I went to the office, I was just trying to find out within the code, where does the state define when you file the report prior to someone coming to the restaurant? So I was just trying to get information.
I think the bottom line, ma'am, is that this charge is you failed to file your quarterly payment timely, and for the failure to file it timely, the regulations has a specific fine that you have to pay because it was not paid. It was not filed timely, and so that's that case. And so if you agree, so you can either agree now to pay the fine, or we'll go to a hearing, and you're going to bring documents and witnesses to state that the fine was paid timely. And that's basically
Okay,
what we are.
and the time
I'm sorry that the filing was timely filed. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, ma'am.
So if you file 3 days or 5 days after the due date, that's considered not timely, correct?
Ma'am, I don't know. I know the only thing I can respond to, the statute says when it's due, and if it's not provided the day that it's due, then it's untimely. I can't tell you 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I don't know. I can state that it's a quarterly statement that's due. From what I'm told, it's due a certain time every quarter. And if the office does not receive it at the due date, then it's untimely. I don't know what the agency does, but all I'm saying is that this is what I'm told, and if you're contesting that, we can go to the hearing. This matter is scheduled for show cause hearing on January 24th, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. And then you can bring documents and witnesses to state that if you contest the citation that was provided to you to say that the document was not timely filed. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll go to the hearing.
All right. So this matter is scheduled for a hearing on January 24th, 2024, 10:30 a.m. 7 days before the hearing, you are required to disclose the documents and witnesses you're going to rely upon at the hearing. You need to provide a copy to the government, and also provide a copy to the agency. Failure by either party to provide us the disclosure 7 days prior to the hearing, unless reasonable cause is shown, the board is empowered to prevent you from relying on documents and witnesses that have not been disclosed 7 days prior to the hearing. Any questions, ma'am?
No.
Okay. All right. So I will see you then on January 24th at 10:30 a.m. Have a great day. Thank you. And I believe that concludes your day, Mr. Southcott. All right. So the next case in our calendar is case number 23, CMP 00071, Restauranto Piccolo, license number 111952. This case has been canceled. The government dismissed this case without prejudice. The next case is case number 23, CIT 00436, Carlisle Room and Brennan's Bar, license number 120781. This hearing has been canceled. The government dismissed this case due to the payment of the fine. The next case in our calendar is case number 23, CMP 00063, 3321 Bistro DC Restaurant, license number 117625. This case has been canceled. Excuse me, the board was provided an offer in compromise for its review. The next case in our calendar is case number 23-251-00015, Shaw Howard Deli, license number 95169. This case has been canceled. The parties entered into an offer in compromise on December 6, 2023, see board order number 2023-683. That concludes our morning agenda. Let me move on to our afternoon agenda. The case in our afternoon, we have a protest here in case number 23 PRO 00052 Champion Kitchen, license number 103055. This case has been canceled due to the presentation of a settlement agreement to the board for its approval. We're now at the end of our agenda for the day. So let's now do our calendar for the day. Let's now do our legal agenda. The first matter on our legal agenda is a review of an offer in compromise in lieu of a hearing dated November 6, 2023 for case number 23 CMP 00063. This is 3321 Bistro DC Restaurant, license number 117625. The offer in compromise is as follows. Charge 1, provided false statement. Statutory authority, DC Code Section 25823A5C. There is a fine of $1,000 payable within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine has been paid. Charge number 2, tampered with evidence. Statutory authority, DC Code Section 25823A10. There's a fine of $1,000 payable within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine has been paid. Charge number 3, interfered with an investigation by destroying or concealing evidence. Statutory authority, DC Code Section 25823A5D. That charge is dismissed. Charge number 4, interfered with an investigation by refusing to allow the examination of the licensee's books and records. Statutory authority, DC Code Section 25823A5B. That charge has also been dismissed. Charge 5, interfered with an investigation by failing to produce requested documentation of records within 48 hours. Statutory authority, DC Code Section 25823A5E. For this charge, there is a fine of $1,000 paid within 30 days, or the license shall be suspended indefinitely until the fine has been paid. I therefore make a motion that the offer in compromise be accepted. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 2, review of settlement agreement dated December 5th, 2023 by and between Advisory Neighbor Commission 4A and Champion Kitchen, license number 103055. I make a motion that we approve this settlement agreement. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second.
Mr. Grant, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 3, review of a settlement agreement dated December 7th, 2023, bond between Advisory Neighborhood Commission 1B and Red Lounge Hookah, license number 076011. I make a motion that we approve this agreement. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 4, review of a settlement agreement dated December 12, 2023, bond between Advisory Neighborhood Commission 1B, a group of 5 or more residents, and Voodoo, license number 126026. I make a motion that we approve this agreement. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 5, review of a request to reinstate canceled license dated December 6, 2023. License was canceled on November 15th, 2023, pursuant to board order number 2023-660. This is Soul Mega, license number 113397. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 6, review of request to reinstate canceled license dated December 7th, 2023. License was canceled on November 15th, 2023, pursuant to board order number 2023-638. This is for Sandovan Restaurant and Lounge, license number 092705. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 7, review of request to reinstate dismissed protest dated December 7th, 2023, filed by ANC 1B in case number 23 PRO 00091, Celavi, CELAVI, license number 126215. I make a motion that we deny this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 8, review of request to reinstate dismissed protest dated December 11th, 2023, filed by Westminster Neighborhood Association in case number 23 PRO 00091, Celavi, CELAVI, license number 126215. I make a motion that we deny this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Short, a second.
Second, yeah.
Mr. Short, a second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 9, review of opposition to ANC 1B and WNA's request to reinstate dismissed protest dated December 8th, 2023, in case number 23 PRO 00091, Celavi, license number 126215. This is now moot. Number 10, review of Adams Morgan moratorium zone notice of fourth emergency and proposed rulemaking. I make a motion that we approve this rulemaking. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 11, review of North Shore moratorium zone notice of proposed rulemaking. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. All right. We now move to our licensing agenda. The first matter on our licensing agenda, review application for safekeeping of license pending approval of license reinstatement. This is for Sandovan Restaurant and Lounge, license number 092705. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
I'm sorry. We want to approve this through March 31st, 2024. So this is a safekeeping request through March 31st, 2024. And Mr. Grant has approved this request. We're now going to have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 2, review application for entertainment endorsement to provide live entertainment inside off the premise and outside in a summer garden. This is for Mechos Dominican Kitchen, license number 114514. I make a motion that we placard this matter. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 3, review application for a class change from retailer C restaurant to retailer CX multi-purpose facility. This is for the Lane Social Club, license number 121348. I make a motion that we have a fact finding hearing. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second that motion.
Mr. Grant is second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 4, review request to expand the approved capacity of the premises, add in 20 interior seats, and therefore increasing the total occupancy load by 4. This is for Piccolina, Piccolina, license number 114225. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 5, review request for approval to provide a gift of a TV for a retail display that does not exceed $500 in value to Morris Miller Wine and Spirits, license number 110406. The request has been made by Breakthrough Beverage, license number 124554. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 6, review request for off-premises storage permit to store unopened alcoholic beverage inventory off-site at 3521 V Street Northeast. The request has been made by the Dusty Bunker, license number 125701. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 7, review request for a disposal permit to transport unopened alcoholic beverage inventory to Claudio's Table, license number 123532. Excuse me. This request is made by Et Viola, license number 078332. I make a motion that we approve this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. Number 8, review a request to waive late fees for license renewal. This is made by Soul Mega, license number 113397. I make a motion that we deny this request. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll have a Roll call vote. Mr. Short,
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant,
Mr. Grant, I agree.
and Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. We now move to our supplemental licensing agenda. On our supplemental licensing agenda, there are 3 licensees on our supplemental license agenda. I therefore move that all 3 items on this agenda be approved. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll have a roll call vote. Mr. Short,
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant,
Mr. Grant, I agree.
and Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. We now move to our cancellation agenda for Wednesday, December 13. There is 1 item on the agenda to cancel the license. I therefore move that the board approve the request on the cancellation agenda for December 13th, 2023 to cancel the license. Is there a second?
Mr. Short, I second.
Mr. Short, I second the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote. Mr. Short,
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant,
Mr. Grant, I agree.
and Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. All right, we now move to the board's temporary 1-day and substantial change docket. On the board's temporary 1-day and substantial change docket, there are 15. There are requests for 15. You know what? I need to go through this each. All right. All right. The first request is a request from Irvin Villaris, Villaris. This is for a 1-day license class F. So I am going to read all 15, and I'll state what the request is. At the end of the list, I will ask that the board approve the requests, excuse me, that are being made in the record. So number 1 is a request from Edwin Villaris for 1-day license class F. This is on December 15th, 2023. The license number is 127071, 50 attendees, 1 security guard. Number 2 is another request from Edwin Villaris via LLARIAS for a 1-day license class F. This is for dinner December 16th. The license number is 127072, 50 attendees, 1 security guard. Number 3, another request from Edwin Villaris, a 1-day license class F, a dinner. This is December 22nd. The license number is 127073, 50 attendees, 1 security guard. Number 4, another request from Edwin Villaris, a 1-day license class F for dinner December 23rd. The license number is 127074, 50 attendees, 1 security guard. Number 5, a request from Madeline Sargent, a 1-day license class F, holidays fundraiser December 16th. The license number is 127102, 55 attendees, 2 security guards. Number 6, a request from Andre Mazelin, Mazelin, a 1-day license class F, live performance at the dance place. This is December 16th and December 17th. The license number is 127098, 200 attendees, 4 security guards. Number 7, another request by Andre Mazelin, a 1-day license class G, live performance December 15th. License number is 127099, 200 attendees, 4 security guards. Number 8, a request from Tilario, Tilario Best, a 1-day license class G, family and friends fall gathering. This is December 16th. The license number is 127097, 70 attendees, 4 security guards. Number 9, a request from Tony and Joe Seafood Palace Seafood Place, one-day substantial change, New Year's Eve party. Nature of substantial change, utilize a common space between Tony and Joe's and Nick's Riverside Grill. This is December 31st. The license number is 010762. The substantial change license is 23 SC 01246. Number 10, request from Reg Mo Promo Holdings for pub crawl, the Bourbon to U Street crawl. This is February 10th, 2024. We've been approving 1,000, maximum of 1,000 parties for this event. The license number is 104072. The substantial change is 23 PCE 00029. Number 11, another request from Reg Mo Promo Holdings, a pub crawl, the Lucky U Street bar crawl. This is March 16th, 2024. The license number is 104072. Substantial change license 23 PCE 00030. Again, this is an event that the maximum capacity is 1,000 that we're recommended. Number 12, a request from Project DC Events, pub crawl, DC Onesie Crawl 24 project. This is January 13th, 2024. The license number is 105182. The substantial change license is 23 PC 00034. We are approving a maximum of 1,500 for this event. Number 13, another request from Project DC Events, pub crawl, Cupid's Bar Crawl 2024, February 10th, 2024. License number is 105182. Substantial change license 23 PCE 00035. We are approving 1,500 as a maximum number for this event. Number 14, Project DC Events, the Shamrock Crawl 2024, March 16th, 2024. License number is 105182. The substantial change license 23 PCE 00036. We are approving, we're conditionally approved 1,000 for this event. And number 15 was a request from Michael Amatangelo, Amatangelo, for one-day license class F, the U.S. Navy Command Holiday Party. This was on December 8th, 2023. The license number is 127061, 200 attendees, 4 security guards. I therefore make a motion that the ABC board approves all these license requests. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. We now move to the board's license administrative docket for December 13, 2023. On this docket, there are 18 requests to make changes to their license. And so therefore I make a motion that all 18 requests be approved. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second the motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. And we now move to our final agenda for the morning. It's the medical cannabis licensing agenda. The first matter on our medical cannabis licensing agenda, it's the conditional cultivation center application. So the first, I am going to read all the applications and with the recommendations. And at the end of the list, I will ask the board to approve the recommendations that were made by the board. But I'm sorry, by the chair. And so I'm going to ask for an approval of the recommendations by the chair for these licenses. So the first one is review of social equity application for conditional cultivation center license. This is for Bright Green license. Bright Green LLC, license number 126775. I'm asking for an approval for that one. Number 2, review of standard application for conditional cultivation center license. This is for Bear River Dispensaries. Trade name Bear River Cannabis, license number 126770. I'm asking for approval. Now we move to the social equity retailer application license. Number 3 is a review of social equity application for new retailer license with delivery endorsement. This is for Wash Hydro, license number 126952. The recommendation by the chair is that this matter be placard. Number 4, review of social equity application for new retailer license with delivery endorsement. This is for Align, license number 127009. The recommendation from the chair is that this matter be placard. Number 5, review of social equity application for a new retailer license with delivery endorsement. This is for Mr. Nice Guys, license number 126755. The recommendation from the chair is that this matter be denied. We now move to the standard retailer applications. Number 6, review a standard application for new retailer license with delivery endorsement. This is for District Gaslight, license number 126785. The recommendation from the chair that this matter be placard. Number 7, review of standard application for new retailer license with delivery endorsement. This is for Chill Tobacco, license number 126788. The recommendation is that this matter be placard. Number 8, review of standard license application for new retailer license with delivery endorsement. Georgetown Supply, license number 126906. The recommendation by the chair is this matter be placard. Number 9, review of standard license application for new retailer license with delivery endorsement for Wishing Wells, DC, license number 126747. The recommendation this matter be a placard. Number 10, review of standard license application for a new retailer license with delivery endorsement. This is for Dessert First, license number 126813. The recommendation placard. Number 11, review of standard license application for new retail license with delivery, educational testing, pasting, safe use treatment facility, and summer gardening endorsement. This is for Violet City, license number 127008. The chair recommends that a fact finding. Number 12, review of standard application for a new retailer license with delivery endorsement. This is for Doobie District, license number 126751. The recommendation this license be denied. Number 13, review of standard license application for new retail license with delivery endorsement. This is for Firehouse DC, license number 126791. The recommendation is that this license request be denied. Number 14, review of standard license application for new retail license with delivery endorsement. This is for Cafe Angelique, license number 126824. Recommendation that this be denied. Number 15, review of standard license application for new retail license with delivery endorsement. This is for DeLorean, license number 126807. Recommendation that this application be denied. And the final category is a standard internet retail application. Number 16, review of standard license application for new internet retail license. This is for Local DLLC, license number 126786. The recommendations that this matter be denied. I therefore make a motion that the ABC board approves the recommendation made by the chair for all these license requests.
Mr. Short, I second.
A second, Mr. Short has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll call vote. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. The matter passed 3-0. We have now concluded our agenda items for the day. And so therefore, since we have previously disposed of our calendar for the entire day, and now we have now disposed of our agenda for the day, if there's no further business, I will now adjourn for the day. As chairperson of the Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Board for the District of Columbia, and in accordance with Title III, Chapter 4 or 5, Office of Open Government, I move that ABC Board hold a closed meeting on December 14th, 2023, for the purpose of discussing and hearing reports concerning ongoing or planned investigations of alleged criminal or civil misconduct or violations of law or regulations, and seeking legal advice from our legal counsel on the board's investigative agenda, legal agenda, and licensing agenda for December 14th, as published in the DC Register on December 8th, 2023. Is there a second?
Mr. Grant, I second that motion.
Mr. Grant has seconded the motion. We'll now have a roll. I will now take a roll call vote on the motion before us now that it's been properly seconded. Mr. Short.
Mr. Short, I agree.
Mr. Grant.
Grant, I agree.
And Mr. Anderson, I agree. As it appears that the motion has passed 3-0, I hereby give notice that the ABC Board will hold this closed meeting pursuant to the Open Meetings Act. Notice will also be posted on the ABC Board Hearing Room Bulletin Board, placed on electronic calendar on ABCA's website, and published in the DC Register in as timely a manner as practical. We're now adjourned for the day. I would like to thank all members of the public who participated in our hearings today and our board members who participate. So without any further business, I will now ask all board members to return to executive session for further action. Thank you very much. Have a great day.